Hey guys, AJ Bub here, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the considerations that enterprises need to have before deploying wearables into their workforce. So, wearable technology is following closely behind the trend that we saw with mobile technologies such as smartphones. Essentially, more and more people are getting them and they want to bring it into work. Plenty of enterprises now have BYOD or bring your own device to work initiatives. So, one would think that they're covered, or are they? Wearable technologies such as smart glasses pose a couple new challenges that enterprises need to face before they can really allow people to bring them in mainstream. So I want to focus on a couple of them today. So, first consideration, information leaks. Just like mobile phones, a lot of wearable technologies, including smart glasses, enable the user to take photos, video, and audio at any point. Unlike mobile phones, which is a little easier to see when somebody's taking a photo or video, they take the phone out of their pocket, or the phone can be easily taken before entering a restricted area. Smart glasses, especially if they're used by the worker out in the field or in a restricted area, don't really tell you when they're recording something. So this is one of the reasons why these types of devices didn't make it in the mainstream, because you don't really know what's going on behind the viewfinder. Personally identifiable information. This is really important. As we get into the healthcare industry and doctors and nurses and even patients start taking notes and providing information through various devices such as Fitbits and smartwatches and things of that nature, they're giving a lot of information up. Most of it, in some cases, is stored on the device. Now, if that device gets lost or compromised in some way, now they're leaking this personal information out into the open. And going into that, we're going to go into our next consideration, which is security. Now, a lot of smartwatches, most of the smart glasses, don't support things like two-factor authentication for wireless networks or certificate authentication. What does that mean? That means that you're reduced to using just the standard SSID and the WPA key or some other pre-shared key, and that's the only way to get the device on. So if your company is going to start allowing these devices onto the network, chances are your securities are already taking a hit by reducing the measures there to authenticate the users. In fact, most enterprise MDM software packages on the market don't even support things like smartwatches, especially not smart glasses yet. Finally, violation of privacy. With all of these devices always on people, it's become easier than ever to collect all sorts of information. Specifically, the ones I want to talk about is things like activity information. So now imagine yourself in a situation where you have workers out in a manufacturing plant. You can now tell how much they walked around, how much they've sat down, how active they were. Now, this can all lead to interesting metrics about how your workforce is performing. But is it ethical to start using this for things like performance ratings? Something to be careful of. The National Labor Act actually talks about how data can be collected and used to compare employees with other employees or against certain metrics. So you need to be very careful about being transparent with your entire company about what you're collecting and how you're using that data. So these are just a couple of the considerations. I know that they sound scary, but they really shouldn't prevent your company from looking into how innovative technologies such as wearables can be leveraged to improve your business. You just have to be careful and make sure that the proper governance is in place, the proper policies, procedures, and most importantly, the proper training. So, thank you very much. I really hope this was useful, and we'll talk to you next time. I wanted to thank you for checking out my video blog. If you liked what you see, feel free to check out other videos on my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter or subscribe to my blog. I put the links below. I look forward to hearing from you guys.